So, what do I honestly think about Truck Driver, the American Dream game that was released on September 26th? First of all, you got to keep in mind one important thing. This game, it's done by a small studio, okay? They're not a big studio, they're a small studio. And obviously, I don't expect a AAA quality here. I don't expect this to be top-notch. But what I was disappointed and was surprised is that the price tag that they put on this game, it's really kind of strange and odd that they would do that, considering the fact that they're a small company and not well-known developer company, a very small independent company, and they're asking $60 for this experience. Now, you have a right to put whatever price tag you want to put on. This is your, game. You created it. You worked hard on it, and you feel it should be $60. Well, hey, that's your right. But I personally don't think that this game warrants $60. Now, don't get me wrong. There's some stuff I like about this game. I like the story. I think one of the key main reasons why I keep coming back to this game to play it, it's the story. It has a pretty cool story. I'm not gonna spoil it for you because I want you to try it for yourself. The story, it's something that I think any blue-collar, middle-class American can easily relate to with the story in this game. So the story is one positive aspect, and I think that's what the developers really wanted to do in this game. They want this to be more of a story-driven trucking experience versus what's out there on the PC, with the American Truck and Euro Truck. And clearly, they're not trying to be a American Truck, Euro Truck simulator. That's pure simulation. That's, American Truck, Euro Truck, it's a pure simulation. This is on console. This is more of, how shall I put this? A linear, story-driven trucking game that I think people will enjoy in terms of a story, because you constantly want to progress and evolve to see what happens with your character, to see where your character goes, to see where the game goes and what happens next. So that's why you keep on driving and keep on doing these jobs. See, his stamina has just came down. He needs to get some rest, so he's going to go to the gas station. So the story aspect of this game, it's pretty interesting, and it's something that, like I said, many of you will be able to relate to. But you see this, you see these bugs, see, this is the part, you see, this is the part of the game that just, it ruins the experience, is these bugs, man. And this is something that, again, you can't be asking people $60 to pay for this game, and then you haven't even tested the game, you haven't even fixed the bugs. It's just not fair, man. I mean, look at that game that I played the other day called Train Crew. It's designed by one Japanese guy in Japan, and it's only $16, $17, $16.99, $17, dirt cheap, and it's far, far more better than like what you're seeing here, far more better than, in my opinion, than what they're charging for Train Sim World 4. This is where I believe developers, I don't know if it's necessarily developers or if it's a studio, publisher. Publisher that's asking for the money. I don't know. I'm not sure. Look at this. But you can't expect your game. And here's the sad part. I like the story in this game. I really, really do. And the actors that they hired, meaning voice actors, are really good. And you can really relate to them. And it's sad that the game has such a cool story, but these bugs, it's what's stopping it from being a great experience. And this is where you're gonna say, oh my God, so I wasted $60 on this. So again, this is the part of this game that just, and there's plenty of bugs that's just, like, you want to play it, but you're like, dude, yes, I want to play the game, yes, I want to see what happens next, but man, I just can't enjoy the storyline experience because of these annoying, stupid bugs. And again, this is more of a feedback for the developers. Maybe you should delay the game. Maybe you should test the game before you put it out there, before you release it, guys. Haven't we learned anything from Cyberpunk in 2020? Haven't we learned anything from 2020? Cyberpunk, was it December 8th or December 9th? I think it was December 9th, 2020. Haven't we learned anything from Cyberpunk? We can't. Listen, I know you want to release the game. I know you want to put it out there. And this is why some of these studios will always fail and you will never make your money. And again, please don't take this the wrong way. Take this as a feedback, as a tough love feedback. You're never going to make the money. You're never going to be successful if you never learn from your previous mistakes. I played your previous game. I bought it, Truck Driver, and had issues, had problems. And you guys are saying that you have learned your lessons from the previous game. Clearly, you haven't learned your lesson here. And it's a shame. I'll just say this. It's a shame because the game has a pretty cool story. Now, I know they're going to patch these updates. They're going to release the updates and all that. But why release the game if it's not finished? And I really want to end this video by saying this. Why release the game if it's not finished? And why charge people $60 if it's not finished? When you look at Alaskan road truckers, at least they're doing something right. They're delaying the game for a reason because they want to make sure that they release the best possible Alaskan road truck simulator. And they're giving people the codes to test the game on the beta preview. So they're giving people a code so they can try the game, try it for like 1 hour, 59 minutes. And those demos, preview beta demos that they are recording and playing, that gives the developers a feedback so they can make a better Alaska road trucker experience. So what I'm simply trying to say with these developers, what they should do, they should at least give the demos, so the demos will help them get a better feedback on this game and how it should be developed. And they didn't do that. That's the problem. You know, these developers have a missed opportunity to release the demo, early access, and then give the feedback, and then help them create a better game. So anyway, I want to end the video by saying this. It's a shame because I honestly like the story in this game, and I will continue to play the story, but I'm going to have to wait for the updates to be fixed, all of these bugs. Again, this is not a review, this is just a feedback. Like, this is one of those games where it's half-baked. It has a potential, has a pretty cool story, but that potential gets squashed away with these unnecessary bugs that didn't need to happen. The graphics, I can overlook the graphics because I get it. They're not a big studio, they're a small studio, right? But I also cannot overlook the price tag. You know, you're gonna charge people $60 for something that it's not AAA experience, that it's not AAA graphics. So why are you charging people $60 for this game? It shouldn't be $60, it should be $24.99 at best. Anyway, there you have it. Clearly you can see what happened. I hope this feedback gives you some idea about this game. I hope this helps, and hopefully developers will look at this video not as some kind of a harsh criticism, because I did mention the positive, but of course I have to mention the elephant in the room, or in this case a truck sitting on top of the roof, the big truck in the room, you know, the elephant in the room. So I addressed the positives and the negatives. Hopefully developers will take notice of this and get these updates. I would like to see some snow if possible, because the game is set in upstate New York. I'm sick and tired of rain, constantly rain. What about some snow? Well, let's bring some snow, you know. So it is what it is. We'll see what happens. Like I said, this is just my current feedback. I'll give this game, you know, couple of months, see what happens in a couple of months with the updates. Maybe 3 months. I'll give this game 3 months by the end of this year. 3 months, October, November, December, and we'll see what happens in January. Are they gonna add anything? Are they gonna support anything? You know, so we'll see what happens. But let's learn the lesson from this, please, developers. Don't try to release a game if you know that it's not ready. Don't try to put a price tag on the game that you know it's not worth that much. Just try to be humble, try to be reasonable, and that's all I got to say about that. All right, so this is just a feedback. It's not a review. All right, thank you for watching.